Hey everyone, hope you're all doing good today. I want to talk about a book I read not too long ago called Catching Fire: How Cooking Made Us Human by Richard Wrangham. He's a anthropologist and primatologist, and it's a quick read. It's only a couple hundred pages long. I really enjoyed it. Uh, he explains at least his theory on how our ancestors evolved into the large brain apes that we are today. So he's talking about how when our ancestors were up in the trees and they started coming down onto the ground, they still had to go up into the trees at night to sleep because all the predators were down on the ground, so it was safer up in the trees. And that remained the case up until they mastered fire, at which case they could sleep on the ground because the fire kept the predators away. They just had a couple of them had to stay up, make sure the fire didn't go out. So then he's saying that at some point that someone dropped some article of food into the fire, and when they tried it after you're able to get it out of the fire, turned out they really enjoyed it. So cooking may have been a mistake, but it caught on because they enjoyed the taste of it and it was a lot easier to chew. So it turns out that cooked food is not only easier to chew, it's easier to digest all around, and we absorb larger caloric content from cooked food than we do raw food, and it's digested in far less time. He was talking about how apes and chimps sit around all day eating, all day long almost. And if they're not eating, they're sitting around digesting it. But our ancestors, once they had a routine diet of cooked food, didn't have to sit around chewing all day and digesting all day. So that freed up not only time, but with that higher uh, caloric absorption and caloric content, they had more time on their hands and more energy available because digestion takes up a lot of energy. So they were consuming more calories and using less during digestion, and that left a surplus of energy. And so he's saying that surplus of energy was channeled up into our brains, and that's what accounted for the large brain growth in our ancestors compared to the other apes. And that's how we became the large brain apes that we are today. So obviously, he's using a bunch of scientific evidence and data and ideas to explain this in a lot better detail than I did. I just want to give a brief overview. So if you're looking for a interesting read, probably take you, I don't know, day or two to read, a week. I don't know, depends how much you read, how fast you read. I don't think I'm that fast of a reader, but I got through that, I think, in less than a week. Anyways, wanted to talk about that. If you're looking for a interesting, quick read about anthropology, I suggest Catching Fire by Richard Wrangham. All right, thanks a lot. Have a good one.